Very good morning, everyone. Very good morning and welcome to today's class. I hope all of you are keeping fine, doing good. Boys, Sinuko, all of you all, everybody, I told you today we'll be starting past papers for Unit 2. You all have some sort of a familiarity with past papers because we have done 2 HTML past paper questions, right? Okay, but we have never done a complete past paper and we have never done JavaScript past paper questions. So today we will be touching on those, okay? Now guys, girls, just because we are doing past paper doesn't mean syllabus is over. Okay, there are still a lot of new things that you all are going to learn. And also guys, in Unit 2, there is a small theory part also that needs to be taught. I'll bring that up a few weeks later. Okay, what's going on there? Okay, a few weeks later, there is some theory that you'll also need to know about designing a web page, semantics, designing a web page for people with disabilities. Okay, all these needs to be learned. I'll bring them up later on. Okay, but I thought in the meantime, we should start past papers and get used to it. Okay. Now everybody, can you all open up 2024? Students online, I'll give you all a soft copy of the past paper booklet. Okay, you all can use that. Okay, so where is the past paper booklet? It's over here. My past paper booklet 2024 is where? 2019 to 2024. Everybody, at the end of in your booklet guys, there are 2 sample assessment material papers as well. Sample assessment material are sample papers that Edexcel released for students to practice with. Okay, for teachers to practice with, for students to practice with. Okay, right. Now everyone, let's get started with 2024 June. It's on page number 99. You want me to come? It's on page number 99. Okay, can you guys have a look at it? Okay. For the cables. Right, everyone. What I'm going to do over here is, where is the paper? The paper is here. Come on, girls. Yeah, can you all read this, guys? I don't think any of you all will. If you all can understand, that's great. Can we get on to for question number 1, guys? Those who have the paper, you all can write your answer. We are on page number 100. Page number 100. Boys, read this below. HTML is used to structure web pages. Okay, HTML is used to construct web pages. Give one reason why the language of an HTML document is declared. Any idea what declared means? No idea, right? So guys, girls, we are going to have to learn this now. Okay, so I'm going to put a line over here. What do you mean by declared? Anyone remembers the, boys, girls, come on. Guys, in terms of declared, do you all remember anything that we learned? What did you say? Doc type. What were we calling it? HTML declaration, right? Why did we put doc type? So that the browser will know that we are using HTML5. Very nice. Superb. You guys knew it. Everyone, why do we have this declaration? We have something called doc type declaration to tell our web browser which version of HTML we are using so that our web browser can display the web page properly here. That is one answer. There is another answer as well. Everybody, can you look at Ikman's web page? Guys, girls, look at this web page over here below. Where is it? It's over here. I'll go to ikman.lk, okay? Ikman.lk. Now, Ikman is serving to a Sri Lankan crowd. And right now, what is their web page loading in? Their web page is loading in English. Correct? When I click on view page source, check this out. Can you see they have put a declaration telling the web browser, sorry, why is it saying Sinhala? Sorry, it's in Sinhala. It's in Sinhala. The website is in Sinhala. The website is in Sinhala. When you come to its source code, can you see over here? It has a declaration saying what? This web page is operating in Sinhala. So your web browser now knows how to deal with it. Now watch this. I'm going to close this. I'm going to change the language to English. Now let me again click on view page source. Where is it? View page source. And over here, guys, can you all see what does it say now? HTML language is English. Okay, so you can also talk about the fact that a declaration is used to tell your web browser what language you are using. Okay, are we okay with this? You can use declaration to tell your web browser which version of HTML you are using, or you can use a declaration to tell your web browser what language is being used in the web page. So your web browser will know how to properly display the web page. So look, all of you are with me. Is it making sense? Okay, Adil? Okay, if you all want, guys, I'll also show you all the textbook definition of it. Can you all read this with me? The textbook definition. Boys, girls, can you all read this to yourselves? This area here, this blue area. All HTML documents must begin with a doc type declaration. This tells the browser what type of document to expect. Okay, you are telling the web browser, I'm using a web page, and this web page is following HTML5. Okay, right. There is another reason also. You all understood the first one, no, everyone? You are telling your web browser what version of HTML you are using. Right. Another reason is, can you guys read this? The language of the document. You should declare the language of the text on the web page. This is done in the HTML tag at the start of the document. For example, just like what Ikman did, HTML lang equal EN. EN means English. SI means Sinhala. Okay, you are telling your web browser what language to expect. Sounds good? Shall we write an answer over there now? So everybody over here, what shall I write? What shall I write over here? Explain, give one reason why the language of an HTML. Guys, they're asking specifically about the language. So we'll put a line under that. They're not asking about HTML5, they're asking about the language. Okay, so you can say the language must be declared so that the web browser will know what language the web page is operating in. Is there any other, no, this is more than enough for 1 mark, but since we are practicing, is there any other entity that will benefit by knowing the language of your web page? Loud, I can't hear. The client, no. When do you check the language of the web page in page source? The search engine, right? It benefits a search engine. Search engines need to know about your web page, right? They need to know the properties of your web page, right? Is it clear? So it will benefit search engines as well, so they can discover your web page. Okay? Further, it's not in the meta tag. Now meta tags all begin with meta now. Okay, it's not in the meta tag. But it is meta information about your web page. You know what meta information means now? Properties about the properties of your web page. Is it clear? Data about the data of your web page. It's not in the meta tag though. Okay? Further, it can be used to also inform search engines about the language of the web page. Okay? Further, it can be used to also inform search engines about the language of the web page. Right. Indenting nested elements is an example of organized syntax. Anyone knows what is indenting? In JavaScript, it's compulsory for you to do indentation. What is that? Yeah, aligning your content, isn't it? Shall I just give you all a quick example? So boys, girls, I'll just open up Notepad and give you all an example. Everyone look here. I'll open up Notepad. So everyone remembers what a list is, right? Indenting nested elements. Nested elements means you have elements inside elements. Like for example, an ordered list. So ordered list, we open it, we close it. And let's say this is question 1 below. We say Li, close Li. This is question 1. Now inside question 1, we'll say we want question 1a. Let's say inside question 1, we want a sublist of question 1a. So what do I do, guys? Do I open the next list like this? And do I type it like this? LI question 1A. Now if I type it like this, will it appear properly in my web page? Answer is yes, it will appear properly. But is this indented code? Answer is this code is not indented. You haven't properly aligned it. How do I indent it? I will push this inside. Take this inside, take this further inside, take this here. Now the person who's reading it can clearly see this is a sub list of this original list. You get it, guys? Okay, in HTML, indenting is not compulsory. It's recommended. Your code is going to look very organized. Isn't it, guys? Now, for example, when you open up a body tag, what do we do? You guys remember the opening tags, right? What do we do? We say HTML open, HTML close. Then what do we do? Inside HTML, we say head. We say head open, head close. Inside head, what do? We open the title. Title open, title close. Now, is it compulsory to indent the tags like this? It's not compulsory, but if you do it, your code becomes very organized, easy to read. Okay, that's why we indent it. We align it so it becomes easy to read. Now, everyone, boys, girls, over here. Indenting is an example of organized syntax. Give one other example of organized syntax, organized code. Anything else I recommend you all? I tell you all, okay, it's working, HTML is allowing, but I don't recommend you all do that. Anything else I used to tell you all to do? What do you all think? I would like to use one of you all as an example. Open up your code and show on the screen, but that's not a nice thing to do, right? I want to show one of your messy code and then ask you all what do you all think about it and then tell you all to give me recommendations. That will be easier to answer, but that's not a good thing to do in class. Guys, think about things that make your code organized. Make it proper, make it easy to read, easy to follow. Those are HTML5 layouts. Those are layout elements. We are talking about organized syntax. Your content is organized. BR tag, no. Organizing, not the output. Organizing your code. Semicolons, no. That is in JavaScript. We are talking about HTML right now. So guys, what about this? Tell me this. Everybody, I opened a heading. I opened H1 and I type this is heading 1. This is heading 1. This is heading 1. Okay? And I didn't close it. I didn't close it. I come here and open H2 and I say this is heading 2. Now you guys tell me this will appear in heading 1 size, no? This will appear in heading 1. You sure? Will this appear in heading 1 or heading 2 size? It will appear in heading 2. Even though you didn't close it, HTML understands you have opened H2 here now. So this will appear in heading 2 style. So what happens is your code will work. Your output will appear as expected. But is your code properly organized? No. So how do you write this answer? Whenever you open a tag, you must close it. Even though not closing it, your code might still work. That's not organized syntax. Okay, so under organized syntax, what do? We indent our code. Whenever we open a code, we close it. A code whenever we open a tag, container tags, whenever we open them, we close them. Okay, shall we note down that answer? Another example, so we'll note down 2-3 answers here, okay, of organized syntax. Okay, so one we can say is all container tags have an opening and closing. Right. Another example of organized syntax is using comments to explain your code. Another example of organized syntax is comments are regularly used to explain the code. Anything else you can tell me? What about your tags? Uppercase, lowercase, camel case, which one? How did we type in class? We typed all our code in uppercase or lowercase or camel case. Camel case means what? Mix of up and lower. What do you think? Everything was in lowercase, right? It's recommended that all your tags are in lowercase. Okay? All tags are in lowercase. Then guys, girls, anything else you can tell me? Guys, what about IDs? When we created IDs for HTML elements using Yatum, variable names, did we do in HTML? Yatum, question is saying HTML. In HTML, did we have variables? In CSS, did we have variables? Answer is no. Variables came only in JavaScript. So careful, we are talking about HTML. Here question 1 says HTML. What about IDs? Yatum, you can now turn your answer to IDs. When you create an ID for an element, use a meaningful ID. When you create IDs for your elements, everybody, sometimes you put an ID for an element, so we can refer to it later on. Put meaningful IDs. Okay? Use meaningful IDs for HTML elements. Use meaningful IDs. The IDs, has a meaningful name. You know exactly what it is for. Alright, boys, girls, I'm trying to think of something else that makes syntax organized. Should I look at the marking scheme in case I have missed out anything? Boys, girls, I'm going to show you the marking scheme. Question 1. There are quite a lot here. Look at this. Examples of organized syntax. Oh, Yatum, your answer is here. Use appropriate variables. But we didn't do variables, right, in HTML? Sorry? That's a JavaScript, right? Yatum, your answer is here. I don't know how they got it. Anyway, are using double quotes instead of single quotes, okay? Omit the boolean or omit the values on boolean attributes. You know what this means? Everybody, when we put the video tag, for example, and we want the controls, you can say controls equal yes. You can say that, or you can just say, everybody, when we use the video tag, you want the controls to appear, no? The play pause button you want to appear, no? So you can say video, you can use the attribute controls equal yes. You can. Organized syntax, what would you do? You would just say controls. You don't say controls equal yes. If you say controls equal yes also, it will work. But recommended is controls. Just say controls. Okay, everyone? Then remove the forward slash at the end of self-closing elements. Normally we were not doing that. Okay, include comments, we said that. Use closing tags, we said that. Use a new line between block level elements. Use separate files for CSS and JavaScript. Starting a block level element on a new line. Use semantic elements. Semantic elements I did not teach you all yet. Okay, right, everybody, we're going to move away from here then. Okay, right, everybody, question 1b, figure 1 shows some HTML code, title curtains for all. Okay, complete the table to show what will appear and where it will appear when the HTML code is run. So guys, what will appear? Curtains for all will appear. That's the text that will appear. Curtains for all. Where will it appear? In the title of the web page or in the tab area of a web page in a web browser. You can say in the title area of a web page. I'll check the examiner, he should accept it. Or you can say in the tab area of a web page in a web browser. In the tab area of a web page, of the web page in a web browser. Okay, in the tab area of the web page in a web browser. Shall we just check the marking scheme? Do they accept this tab area? In the title bar, in the tab, in the search bar, in the navigation bar, in the URL. Boys, they're accepting all of these. In the title bar, your answer, correct. In the tab area, my answer accepted. In the search bar, we never said no. Okay, everybody, when I come and search for something, everybody look here. Where is Google Chrome? Chrome is here, everyone look here. What is the title of Ikman webpage? Ikman-electronics, cars, property and jobs, no? Let's take all of you look here, lessons, all of you look here. This is the title now. Look at the search engine. In a search engine, when I type Ikman, google.lk, when I come and type Ikman over here, can you all see the same title appears in a search engine? Boys, all of you are over with me? I mean, are you looking here? The same title appears in a search engine also. Okay? In a search engine result. Right. Then boys, girls, we are going to move away from here also. Question number 1C. Figure 2 shows how a table of data should be displayed in a browser. Okay, this is a practical question. Everybody, can you all first open up Q01C and save it as Q01C finished? Boys, girls, everybody, can you all first do this? Save the file correctly. After that, we'll start working on it. Did you all extract the files from the zip file I gave you all? Boys, Himak, all of you all, did you all extract the files? Kavish, extracted? You know what I'm talking about? Did you all extract the files? Take the files out of the compressed folder. Everybody, I gave you all, guys, girls, look here. I gave you all a compressed folder. You all have to open it up and copy the folder inside it, outside. Okay, what's going on there? Okay, everyone, yesterday on WhatsApp, I gave you all a compressed file. You all have to open it up and copy the folder that is inside. Copy and go and paste it wherever you want. Okay? You have the files with you? Okay, so everybody here, I have copied and pasted my folder. This is my compressed file. This is my 2024 Unit 2 data files folder. Should I come to anyone's laptop? If you are confused. See, everybody okay with this? Right, boys, girls, and shall we start? Question 1C, everybody. I'm going to open up question 1C with Sublime Text. You can use Visual Studio, whichever you prefer. Question 1C. And immediately save it as 1C finished. Drag and drop. And I'm going to save this as file save as Q1C finished. Q1C finished. All right, everyone. Q1C finished. Right, shall we read the question then? We are going very slowly because our very first paper now. The examiner says over here, the HTML code should show the title, months and days in the first row, the names of the months in the second row, the number of days and the number of days in the month in the third row. The page does not display as intended because there are two errors. Open the file, correct the two errors. So everybody, let's open up 1C finished in our web browser. Q10C finished. I'm going to open it up in my web browser. This is the output. It's quite messed up. Something is wrong somewhere. Okay, right, let's correct it. Right, let's go into our code, guys. So let's go line by line. Table is open, table is closed. Table head is open, table head is closed. Table row is open, table row is closed. It has been merged across 3 columns. I don't see any problem there, no? I don't see any problem over there. Right. Table body area is being opened. T body is being opened. The first row, Table data open, table data closed. Table data open, data closed. Look at June. What does June say? Why are they opening another row inside this? It should say T. It should say TD. Okay, error number 1 corrected. Then error number 2, if you come to the third row, table data open, table data close, open, close, open, close. Okay, then what's the problem? When I come and refresh? Exactly. Okay, something is wrong here. This months and days is not merging properly here. Something is wrong. Let's see. So guys, where is months and days? Did we ever learn of call? If you want to merge, what was the attribute? Call span. We never heard of calls. We said call span. So when you save it and come and refresh it now, you can see now this is merged across 3 columns. Okay? You can say done in class. Done in class. Everybody, the next question I cannot teach it to you all yet because I haven't taught you all it yet. Okay? The difference between EM, okay? But shall we answer it, everybody? We'll answer it. We'll answer this question. Everyone? Everyone? Boys, are you all done? Look here below. Can you all read the question first? Explain one difference between the interpretation of EM. What is EM? Emphasize. Okay? Emphasize tag by a browser and by a screen reader. Guys, what does emphasize do to your text? No. Make it stand out by italicizing it, right? So italic effect and EM effect. Emphasize effect, visually they are the same. Visually, italic and EM produce the same result. Boys, look here below. Italic, I tag and EM tag both produce the same result. However, for a screen reader, they are dealt with differently here. A screen reader, when a screen is reading the code, when a screen is reading a web page, the way it interprets an I tag and the way it interprets an EM tag is different. What's the difference, guys? Visually, they are the same, right? Visually, the output will be the same. Whether you use EM or you use the I tag, visually you will see italic text. But a screen reader, for EM text, it will, stress on the text a little bit. When it's reading the text inside an EM tag, it will stress a little bit on that text. It will emphasize on that text. You get my point, guys? A screen reader, when reading I versus reading EM text, there is a difference. On EM text, it will stress on the text a little bit. Because it will drag itself on the text a little bit. Okay? The person who's hearing will notice the difference between the I tag and the EM tag. Because text inside the EM tag will be stressed on, will be emphasized. Is it clear? The pitch that the screen reader is reading at will change when it comes to an EM tag. Do you all get what I'm saying over here? Everyone, let's try again. EM tag and I tag both italicize the text. Girls, can you look over here? EM tag and I tag both italicize the text. So visually, we don't see any difference. However, for a screen reader, these are two different tags. A screen reader, when it's reading text inside an EM tag, it will stress on that text a little bit. It will drag that text while reading it. You know why it's dragging on it? It's trying to emphasize that text to the user. Okay? So the way a screen reader treats EM is going to be different from how it treats an I tag. Okay? So shall I note down my answer over here? You can say over here, visually they both produce the same output. Visually, you can say, don't say visually. You can say they are asking the interpretation tag by a browser and by a screen reader. No, a browser will consider the EM tag as text to be italicized, while a screen reader will consider the EM tag as text that has to be emphasized on. Okay, so the screen reader, when reading out text inside the EM tag, would stress or emphasize on its text. Okay, the way it would read it would be different. So the screen reader, when reading out text inside an EM tag, it would it would stress on it or emphasize on it. Okay, we will be learning about this anyway in one of our theory topics of Unit 2, when we will be learning how to design a web page for people with accessibility issues. Then you will learn about code that you can use to make it, you can make your web page accessible for people who have disabilities. Okay, right. Right, we are going to move away from here now. Question 1 is done now. Okay, right, boys, girls, everyone, shall I move? CSS is used by browsers to style HTML elements. Internal and external style sheets can be used to style websites. What is another option, but we rarely ever use it? Internal, external. What's the third type of styling? Where you can type your CSS inside the tags itself. Inline. The third one is inline, but it's not practical to use it because then you have to put styling for every single tag. Okay, and a website is too big for that. Explain one disadvantage of using internal style sheets compared with an external style sheet if the design of the website changes. Explain one disadvantage of using internal style sheets. In internal style sheet, 1 second, you are applying your style to one. In internal style sheets, you put your styling inside the head tag now, and it gets applied to only one. In internal style sheets, the styling is applied to only one web page, correct? It's applied only to one web page. In external style sheet, what happens? You're applying that style to multiple web pages, isn't it? You connect a style sheet to multiple web pages. Now answer the question. Explain one disadvantage of using internal style sheet compared with an external style sheet if the design of the website changes. So when you use an internal style sheet and the website design changes, you will have to manually go and update. Right? Internal style sheets are applicable only for one particular web page. So if the website design changes, let's say we want the entire website to have a green color background and a black color font. Now what do we have to go and do? We have to manually go to every web page and change the code. But if it's an external style sheet, what do? We only go and change the style sheet, automatically all the linked web pages will get updated. Am I right? So guys, girls, all of you over here, what shall I say? You can say, since an internal style sheet applies to only one web page, since an internal style sheet applies only to one web page, if the website undergoes any change, manually every style sheet will have to be updated. However, since. However, in external style sheets, only one style sheet will have to be updated. I think better I show you all this example because I feel like many didn't get me. Okay. Too cold. Boys, girls, look at my screen below. Everyone, let's go through our lessons and try to understand this. Everybody, in our class, we did some work now. Everyone, look here below. Here, everyone, this is an example of a, where is it? Unit 2. Everyone, look here. Internal style sheet is where? This is an example of internal styling. Boys, girls, look here. If I right click and come to page source, can you all see? This styling applies only to the styling for H1 and the styling for paragraph apply to the H1 tags and paragraph tags only in this web page. Is it clear? So if we decide to make changes, let's say we had a collection of web pages, if we decide to make a change, I will have to manually go to every single web page and make those changes. Okay, right. Then guys, can you look at external styling? Can you all see in external styling? Our styling file is separate. Our HTML file is separate. Okay, this styling file is connected to this HTML file. If you want to make a change, what do? We only come and update the external styling sheet. You guys get it right? In internal styling, the styling is inside the HTML web page. Here, the styling is in a separate file, and the separate file is connected to the HTML web pages. Can you all see here? This CSS file is connected to both these web pages. Let's say I want to change the background to pink. I don't have to manually come to each web page and change it. What do? I come and change it only here. Because this is connected to these two will automatically get updated. Am I making sense to you all? Adil, what do you think? Yes or no? You get it? How does inline styling work? In inline styling, what happens, guys? This is the slowest. In inline styling, what happens? Can you all see here? I have done my styling inside every tag. This is going to be very slow because you will do the styling for every single tag in every single web page. That's very, very slow. Okay? Right, I'm closing all this then. Right, now boys, girls, can you move on to the next question then? Figure 3 shows HTML and CSS code. Okay, boys, girls, can you read it? They are asking us, lines 7 to 9 in figure 3 show CSS styling for the text in the body section. Lines 7 to 9. Describe the effect that the CSS code on line 7 to 9 has on the text in the body section. Lines 7 to 9. Everybody, this particular area, what is it? This area from here to here, what does it tell us? 7 to 9, sorry, here. It's a selector. What type of a selector? General sibling selector. Very good. General, when you have that approximate symbol, it means general sibling. Where did I teach it to you all? Everybody, in CSS part 1. In CSS part 1, it's over there. Here. In CSS part 1, we learn different types of selectors. Okay, general. Here, CSS combinators. We spoke about descendant, child, adjacent, general sibling. So how does general sibling work? How does it work, guys? What does it mean? The background color of black and the color of white, the font color of white should be applied to? They are saying div, sibling, paragraph tag. So these two properties should be applied to all paragraphs that are outside the div tag, that are siblings to the div tag. Siblings means what? Next to the div tag. Okay, are they right next to it or later on? Doesn't matter, as long as they are siblings. Everyone okay with this? Shall we put a note over here? Let's put a note over here. What do we call this? Sibling selector. We call this the sibling selector. Okay. So everybody, the background color of black and the font color of white will be applied to all the paragraphs that are outside the div tag. So who will get affected? Tell me. Choose from these movies. Will it get affected? What about the paragraph that says choose from these movies? It will not get affected because it is inside another div tag. It's not a sibling. So no. What about Forrest Gump? Forrest Gump will get affected because Forrest Gump is next to a div tag. Okay. What about Tom Hanks plays the main character? Answer is no, because it is inside another div tag. What about Apollo 13? Apollo 13 will get affected because it is next to a div tag. You guys seem to know it. Okay. So shall we note it down then? Line 7 to 9. So you can say line number 7 defines a sibling selector. Line 7 defines a sibling selector. Lines 8 to 9 define the properties that should be applied to all the P elements that appear outside the div tag. So the text in line 18 and the text in line 23 will have, so the text in line, what was the numbers? In line 18 and 23. 18 and 23 will have a background color of black, background color of black and a font color of white. And font color of white. Okay. Right, then boys, girls, everybody. Boys, girls, everybody, moving on. A web page contains a heading that needs to be formatted. Guys, can you all do the saving first? Everybody, boys, can we do the saving first? Open Q02C, save it as Q02C, finished. Can we do that first? Q0 2C finished. Where is it? It's over here. I'm going to drag and drop it into Sublime Text. Q0 2C, file save as, Q0 2C finished. Okay. Then boys, girls, let's read one by one. Can we see what the output looks like, everybody? Q20C finish. Q02C finish. This is the output we have. Come and join us is all I can see over here. Come and join us. Okay. Right. Then boys, girls, what do I need to do over here? I'll come over here and say the heading should be purple and it should be rotated by 90 degrees anti-clockwise, which is minus 90 degrees. Only two things they have. The heading should be purple, it should be rotated minus 90 here. That's so easy here. So everybody, we have our heading here now. In CSS, they are referring to it. Guys, what type of styling is this? This is internal styling being applied only to this particular web page. They are given your code also, guys. Can you all see? They have already opened up. What type of selector is this? What type of a selector is this? Element selector. Very nice. We call this an element selector. It's referring to the element, by the tag. Okay. So what do we do, guys? How do I change the font color to purple? What property will I use? Color. Why style? Color is going to be purple. How do I rotate it? Transform, or you can just say rotate also. Transform. What type of transformation do we want? We want to rotate it by how many degrees? Minus 90 degrees. We want to rotate it by minus 90. Save it. Let's come and refresh. Works perfectly well, no? Everyone saw here it has rotated. Okay, so I have done this. This is done. This is also done. This is also done. I'll put done in class. Right, let's move away from here then. Then boys, girls, next question. A web page contains a video. The video must, everybody can help us save it. Open Q02D and save it as Q02D finish.html. So we open up Q02D. It's inside a folder. Okay, we drag and drop the web page into Sublime Text. Did I close Sublime? Q02D, and we save it as file save as Q02D finished. And I'm going to click on save. Shall we just see what the output looks like so we know what to do? This is what the output looks like. There is a video, but the video is not playing at all. Everyone saw it? There is a video, but this video is not playing. We'll see what the examiner tells us. Right, the video must have a 3-pixel black border. Can we do that? Can somebody tell me where to put that code? So guys, again, they are using internal styling. They are referring to the video tag. The video tag has a property of 500 pixel width. Then guys, below this, how do I put a border for it? Border is how many pixel? 3 pixel, 3 pixel black. Okay, I need a black color, 3 pixel border. Then guys, shall I see if that is working? Save it, come and refresh. Where there is no, I'm opening the wrong file, I'm opening the wrong. Solid black, sorry. 3 pixels, solid black, my bad. Okay, everyone, can you see the border? Okay, the border is here, 3 pixels, solid black border is here. Solid black. Then boys, girls, next change is what? It should have the display controls. The play pause button should be there. Where do we put that? In the video tag. What's the attribute going to be? Control. We spoke about it today. Are we going to say equal yes? No, we're going to just keep it lat. Okay, controls. We're just going to keep controls like it. Shall we see if this works? Save. Come and refresh. There you are. The controls are visible. Play, pause, volume, full screen. Everything is there for you. And then finally, we need one more. I'll wait for you all. And there is one more requirement, guys. They have told us it should play continuously once the play button has been pressed. What do we call this feature? We call it loop. I want it to loop. So I use another attribute called loop. So I save it. I come and refresh it, guys. And you guys can see once you start playing it, once it comes to the end, it will automatically restart again. There you are. It starts again. It's on loop. Okay? Right. Then boys, girls, we are going to move from here. Nobody having problems here now? So everybody, I'm going to say done in class also here. So one by one take it, just to double confirm this was done, this was also done, this was also done. Okay, and then we can put a note that this was done in class. Then guys, when you practice at home on your own, put done at home. Everyone okay with this? Everybody, you guys can say in class, I'm spoon feeding answers to you all. I'm giving you all the answers. Okay, this information is not going to really retain in your head. When you practice this on your own, try to figure out the answer on your own. That is when answers remain in your head. Okay. So now you have how it was done in class. So when you run into difficulty when doing it at home, look at the classwork and help yourself. Okay? Alright. Then boys, girls, JavaScript provides interactivity for web pages. Get ready everyone. Take a pencil if you all have. Okay? I should have bought my tab, but I don't have my tab with me. Doesn't matter. If I type something here, can I come back and change it? I can come back and change it, no? Right. Figure 4 shows the JavaScript needed to display the names of people whose ages matches the age that is input. So guys, we have an array called name array. Boys, girls, look here. We have a name array. We have a variable called name array. How many elements does it have inside it? 4 elements are there. We have another array called age array. How many elements inside it? 4 elements. Then guys, we have a variable called age. What is age doing? Prompt means what? It's allowing the user to input a value, right? And whatever value the user input, it's going to be associated with which variable? With no age. Age is equal to prompt input and age, right? So whatever age the user types, it will be equal to the variable age. Are we okay with this? After that, what do we have? We have a variable called name. Is there anything inside it? Right now it's blank. Okay, Nathik, all of you are looking here. Then guys, we have 4. 4 is a what? 4 is it's a loop. What are loops? Loops are loops. Very nice. Loops contain a set of code that will run multiple times, right? Loops contain a set of code that will run multiple times. Can you tell me how many times this is going to run? Have they told us how many times this loop is going to run? No, they have told us when it's going to stop. When I is, as long as I is less than the age array length, no? What's the length of age array? 4, right? The length of age array is 4. There are 4 elements, no? So what did they say over here? As long as I is less than age array length. So it means how many times this will run? 3 times it will run, okay? 3 or 4? It will run 3 times, okay? This loop will run maximum 3 times because we have only 4 elements here, okay? Right, let's get started. So everybody, you can see here we have a loop. The loop will go on. Complete the table to show the values of the variable after the code is run using the input age of 15. For the prompt, the user is typing 15. So we'll go very, very slowly here. Everybody, what is the value the user is typing here? The user is typing 15 here. So age is equal to how much? Age is equal to 15. Name is equal to nothing. Get ready now. Let me zoom in properly so I can show you all. Get ready now. Everybody, they want us to write the output of this program when the user types 15. Okay, everyone, complete the table to show the values of the variable after the code is run. When the user inputs 15. Right, let's start. I is equal to how much? How much is I 0 right now? I is right now 0. I is 0 right now. Or let me use the pencil. Let me take the boys, girls. Let's start writing. Right now, I is equal to 0. Is I less than age array's length? Age array's length is how much? It's 4, right? Age array, so 0 is less than 4, no? So true. The moment it is true, where does the cursor go? Jump out or jump in? It will jump in. If age array, what is I here? I is 0. Age array 0 is whom? Age array 0 is whom? 15, right? Age array 0, index number 0 is 15. Is 15 equal to age? Is 15 equal to age? Answer is yes, right? Answer is, wait, don't get excited. Yes, answer is yes. Where will the cursor go? Cursor will go inside. Name is equal to what now? Name is equal to name array. How much is I right now? 0. Name array 0 is whom? Samiha. So how much is name going to become now? Name is going to be what now? Name is going to become, I'll just put Sam here. You all know what it means, right? Right now name is equal to Sam. And then what do? Alert is going to appear saying what? What is name equal to? Samiha. And concatenate with is, how much is age equal to? 15. Samiha is 15. What's going to happen next? We haven't finished the code yet. It's a loop. It's going to go up again. I is going to become how much? We have told I to increase by 1. How much will I become now? I was 0, it will become 1. So I is 1. Is 1 less than age array length? Yes. So where does the cursor go? Cursor will go inside. If age array I is how much? I is 1. Age array 1 is whom? 17. Is 17 equal to age? So age is 15. Age array 1 is 17. Is 17 equal to 15? Answer is no. Let me put 15 here so you all can remember it. Let's put 15 here. Age is equal to 15. Is 17 equal to 15? Answer is no. When the answer is no, boys, where does the cursor go? It will jump out. When it jumps out, this is the loop. It will go up again. I will become how much now? We are told to increase I by 1. I will become 2. Where is the cursor? I is now 2. Is 2 smaller than the age array length? Yes. Where will the cursor go? Cursor goes inside. If age array, I is now 2. If age array 2 is equal to 15, true or false? Age array 2 is what? 15. Is 15 equal to 15? Yes. Name is equal to name array. Now, how much is I? I is right now 2, no? Okay. Name array 2 is what name? Mobin. So let's erase this. Guys, you all know what I'm talking about, no? Name array 2. Everybody name array 2. 0, 1, 2. 2 is Mobin. Girls, all of you look here below. 2 is Mobin, no? So I'm going to write MOB here. Mob. So name is equal to mob now. What will the alert say? Mobin is 15. What's going to happen next? It's going to go up again. I is going to increase by 1. How much is I going to become? I is going to become 3. Is 3 less than the age array length? True. Where will the cursor go? Inside. If age array, 1 second. If age array 3, tell me what's the value of age array 3? Age array 3 is 16. Is 16 equal to 15? No. Where will the cursor go? Cursor will jump outside. It's a loop. It will go up again. I will increase by 1. I will become how much now? I will become 4. Where is the cursor? 4. Is 4 smaller than age array length? Answer is no. The moment the answer is no, where will the cursor jump? Outside. Is there anything to do outside? There is nothing to do outside. Program has come to an end. Examiner is asking you, how much is I equal to at the end of all this? I is equal to 4. Can you write 4 over there? How much is I equal to right now at the end of all this? Guys, look here below. How much is I equal to right now? At the end of all this, I is equal to 4. What is name equal to? Mobin. You all understood how we got there, right? Okay. I hope everyone understood how we got there. At the end of this program, I is equal to 4 and name is equal to Mobin. Guys online, anyone wants me to go through it again? Guys, I don't expect you all to fully get it today. But if you all practice this question 2-3 times on your own, if you can explain this question to yourself, the best is if you can explain it to somebody else. If you can pick a friend and say, you know what, I'm going to teach you this, that's the best way you will learn it. Trust me, okay? If you can pick somebody and teach it to them, this will definitely remain in your head. Okay? So if you're confused, that's all right. Everybody was confused the first time they did it. But if you keep practicing a question like this, it will settle in your head. Right, I'm erasing all this. Try attempting this question on your own. Okay, so everybody, what did we say? We said over here, I is equal to 4 and name is equal to Mobin. Done in class. Okay? Everybody, a simple question here. After this, we'll take our break. The JavaScript in figure 4 could use a 2D array to hold names and ages. Write JavaScript code for a 2D array to hold the name and the age. So who are the two people? Kathleen is 15, Paul is 17. So guys, how do we create a 2D array? Step number 1, we need to have a meaningful name, right? So what shall we write? Variable, where? Var name and age, name and age is equal to, then guys, girls, what do we use? Square brackets or round bracket? Square bracket to open up the array. Then guys, when you talk about your first element, you have to open up another square bracket. So everybody, name is first, no? Name is a string, no? Name is text, no? Text should always be inside double quotes, right? So Caroline, and then how do I type her age? Comma 15. 15 is a number, no? So no double quotes. Then guys, I want to talk about my next element. So another comma and open up your square brackets again. Again double quotes for Paul. And then comma 17. Everyone saw this? This is what we call a 2D array. You have rows and you have columns over here. Right, boys, girls, everybody, can we come down to question number 3B? Everybody, step number 1, can you put our devices away? Can we save it as 3B finished, and then we'll read one by one what needs to be done? Open up Q03B and save it as Q3B finished. So let's start off with that. Where is it? So we come over here, Q03B. We open it up in Sublime Text. Where is our web? Drag and drop. And over here we come and say file save as. Guys online, you are seeing the wrong screen, no? Y'all also it's frozen, no? Okay, so everybody, file save as. Q3B finished. Come on boys, Q03B finished.html, and then can you all open it up in Google Chrome also so you can see the output of it? Q03B finished. I'm going to open it up in Google Chrome and I can see there is a balloon. There are 2 buttons over there. When I click on up, the balloon moves up, but when I click on right, the balloon is not moving. Okay everyone? When I click on up, the balloon moves. But when I click on right, nothing is happening. We'll see how it works. Okay. Now boys, girls, when reading JavaScript, guys, it's a good idea to first read your HTML content. It's good to first read HTML content and then try to understand your code. So everybody, you all can see at the bottom only we have our HTML content. Our HTML code is at the bottom. So what do we have over there? We have a form. Inside that form we have 2 buttons. Okay. The first button, when you click on it, it generates a value called up. Are we okay with this? The first button, when you click on it, it generates a value called up. It generates a value of up. When you click on the second button, it generates a value of right. Everybody, in JavaScript, the examiner is testing you a lot on your ability to read code. Okay. Then guys, girls, there is an event. Shemai with me. Okay. In the first button, when you click on it, what event is called? An event called move up. A move up function is called. In the second button, when you click on it, a function called move right is called. Are we okay with this? And then below the form, we have a balloon. So boys, girls, everybody, let's go and see how move up function works and how move right function works. So everyone, when we go up over here, there is a function called initial position. What is the function here? So the examiner has given code stating that this is the code that defines the initial position of the balloon. Everyone okay with this? The examiner has explained to us that this is the code that defines the starting position of the balloon. He has actually explained it over here. Okay? Right. Then guys, girls, you can see your function move up has been done for you. What are you supposed to do? You're supposed to add the code for move right. Okay? Here it says add code here. So the coding for moving to the right, you have to add. Moving up, he has already done and given you. So you can look at his code and make changes, right? If he has told you how to move up, you look at it and change it to right. You get it? But before we do that, can we read the past paper question? Everyone read the past paper question below. The code checks to see if the balloon is at the top of the page. It resets the balloon to its original position if it is at the top of the page. Everyone okay with this? If the balloon reaches the top, and again if you click on up, what does it do? It will reset it and go back again to the bottom. Moves the balloon upwards by 10 pixels if it is not at the top of the page. If the balloon is not at the top, each time you click on up, what does it do? It goes up 10 pixels. Are we okay with this? Each time the right button is clicked, the following must be done. Check to see if the balloon is at the right edge of the page. So guys, you have to do this coding now. Number one, check if the balloon is at the right edge. Reset the balloon to its original position if it is at the right edge of the page. Move the balloon to the right by 10 pixels if it is not at the right edge of the page. The top of the page is how much? 0 pixels. The rightmost edge of the page is 100 pixels from the left. Okay, guys, I'm sure all of you are confused, including me. Okay, I'm going to answer this question by looking at what the examiner has done. Okay, you are being tested on your ability to read code. Can you guys start reading it now? So everybody, how has the examiner done the initial position? At the beginning, how did he do it? He has a variable called balloon object. It is equal to the balloon element. Okay, then he has done some positioning and he has said at the beginning, the balloon should be from the left, how many pixels? 0 pixels from the left. Isn't that the case? Everyone look here at the beginning, isn't the balloon 0 pixels from the left? Look here. The balloon is right now 0 pixels from the left. And then from the top, how much of a gap from the top? From the top, how much of a gap? 100 pixel, right? Can you all see this 100 pixel gap? From the top, there is a 100 pixel gap. From the left, 0 pixel. From the top, there is a 100 pixel gap. This is the initial position. Then the examiner has started coding. This is the move up function. He has coded the move up function. If the balloon object.style.top area is equal to 0 pixel, if it is equal to 0 pixel, then come back to initial position. Okay, come back to this. Okay, else he has told to do something else. Now guys, shall we do it for the right button? Shall we copy this code and do it for the right side? Now here they have defined if the balloon is at the top, what to do. What do we have to do? What do we have to do? Reset the balloon to its original position if it is at the right edge of the page. So we are going to do the opposite of it. So guys, girls, this is the code to reset the position of the balloon if it's right at the top. Are you all with me here? This is the code that defines what to do if the balloon is right at the top. Can you read that code and see true or false? If the balloon.style.top is equal to 0 pixel, the gap at the top is 0 pixel. If it is so, then bring it back to its initial position. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this code and I'm going to bring it inside move right. I'm going to bring it inside move right. Control V here. Now boys, girls, what did the examiner tell us? If it goes fully to the right. So how do I code that over here? What did the examiner tell us over here? Move the balloon to the right by 10 pixels if it is not at the right edge of the page. reset the balloon to its original position if it is at the right edge. So guys, if it is at the right edge, what will the position be? If the balloon, so the balloon is somewhere here. Guys, if the balloon is somewhere here, where is the annotate tool? If the balloon is somewhere here, guys, what will the position be? When the balloon is here, boys, girls, when the balloon is here, we said top is equal to 0 pixel. Isn't it? Didn't the examiner say that? When the balloon was here, we said top is equal to 100 pixel. When the balloon is here, what will the position be? Left 100 pixel. Agree with him? Agree or disagree? If this is top is equal to 100 pixel, this position will be what? From the left, keep a gap of 100 pixel. This position will be left is equal to 100 pixel. Are we okay with this? So what do I come and type over here? I'm erasing all this. You guys understood this now, boys? Over here, look here below. Shame all of you, look here below. This is top is equal to 100 pixels. So if the balloon is here, it means left is equal to 100 pixels. Because the examiner told us the rightmost edge is what? 100 pixels from the left. Okay, so let's erase this. Let's erase all this. And what am I going to do now? I'm going to say over here, if balloon object dot style dot top is equal to, not from the top, from the left is equal to 100 pixel. Then what to do? If it is true, bring it back to its initial position. Guys, did we ever learn any code like this? We didn't learn. I'm following what the examiner did. I'm seeing how he programmed the top and I'm trying to program it for right. Okay? Then everybody, can you all see his else statement? If it is not right at the top, else what do we do? Keep increasing it by 10 pixels. How did he keep increasing by 10 pixels? What did he do? Balloon object dot style dot top is equal to, I do not know what this is, but I understood dot top. What do we do? Keep decreasing by 10 pixels. Keep decreasing by 10 pixels. It will keep going up and up and up and up and up until it reaches 0. You get it? Guys, even we never learned this code. I'm just trying to read his code and understand what he has done. What is he saying? If it is not at the top, if it is not at 0 pixel, then what do? Keep reducing its position by 10 pixel. Can you see? Keep reducing it by 10. Every time the user clicks on move up, reduce it by 10, reduce it by 10, reduce it by 10, reduce it by 10 until it reaches 0 pixel. Then guys, for the right, what will we do? I'm going to copy this. I'm going to copy this and I'm going to put it here. Now, every time the user clicks on the right button, it must move 10 pixel, 10 pixel, 10 pixel, 10 pixel. In which direction? In which direction, guys? When the user clicks on the right button, it should move onto the right, isn't it? So, balloon object dot style dot right or dot left? We are going to move away from the left, no? We are going to move away from the left, no? We are going to move away from the left. So I'm going to say from the left. Or we can even say right. We can even say right. Not a problem. Doesn't matter. We'll go with left. Here also I'll put left. Here also I'll put left. And what will I say? Are we going to keep reducing by 10 or increasing by 10? We are going to keep increasing by 10, right? At the beginning it's at 0. When you click on right, move by 10 pixel. Again when I click on move right, increase by 10 pixel. Again when I click on move right, again 10 pixel. 10 pixel until you reach 100 pixel. Isn't it? So I will not say subtract. I will say keep increasing it. Keep increasing it by 10 pixel. Okay, let me see if my code works. I'm going to save this. I'm going to refresh it. Everyone look here. Up works. Right also works. Look, let's refresh this again. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. It's at 100 now. Now when it reaches 100, what have I said? If left is equal to 100, next what to do? Come back to initial position. Shall you see if that works? Again, null plus right. There you are. It jumped back to initial position. You get it? Okay. Right, can you guys try out this code? Guys, I don't expect you all to understand it, but if you all practice this 2 times again on your own, you will get it. Okay? There is no way you're going to understand this on your very first past paper, on your very first JavaScript past paper question. No way, sir. Is it not working for anybody? Come on, check your code and see, everybody. Okay, shall we move away from here, everyone then? Boys, should I come to anyone's laptop? Not working? Right, let's try another one with the boys, girls, everyone. Guys, girls, let's do another question. Everyone, so I'm going to say over here, have I done everything here? Check to see right at the end of the page, reset the balloon works for me. It moves by 10 pixel. All done, done in class. I'm going to put a note over here. Done in class. Then boys, girls, can we move on to the next one? Question 3C. Can you all first save it as 3C finished? Q0, 3C finished. Can everyone save it as 3C finished? So drag and drop it into Sublime Text. And we save it as Q0, 3C finished. No need to put .html, and Sublime Text is anyway putting it for us. And can you all open up Q03C? Q03C finished. Can you open it up in a web browser? Okay. Right, boys, girls, everyone, can you all read the code? Sorry, read the question paper. HTML code displays a combo box containing the names of shapes. True or false? Do you all have a combo box containing various shape names? Square is there, circle is there, rectangle is there. True. JavaScript code displays a red square when the user selects square in the combo box. True. When I select square, does a red square appear? Wow, it appears. Okay, a red square is appearing. So far, so good. When a different shape is selected, that shape must be drawn. I don't think it's working right now, no? When I select circle, nothing happens. When I select rectangle, nothing happens. So see guys, the examiner is dropping hints. He has done the square for you. And now he's saying, do circle and rectangle. You can simply use his code to do it, right? Isn't it? The rectangle must be yellow. Everybody, specific instructions. Rectangle must be yellow. Rectangle must be yellow. And the circle must be blue and bigger then the square and rectangle. Amend the code to implement the requirements. So shall we go and have a look at the code, guys? I told you all, when reading code, read first. Read the HTML area first. Try to understand that. So in the HTML area, you can see there is a form. Inside that form, we have a paragraph saying select the shape you want. Inside that, we have a drop-down menu. Okay. So the drop-down menu, guys, on change, which function is called? Set shape function is called. In the drop-down menu, they have put an event on change. When the value is changed, call the set shape function. Then guys, you can see square option is there, circle option is there, rectangle option is there. Alright, then shall we read our JavaScript coding? The set shape function has been created. I don't know. So many things the examiner has said over here. Okay. Now everybody, the examiner did the coding for square, no? Can you see his coding for square? If choice is equal to square, shape.style.background is equal to red. So now guys, shall we do for circle? After square, we have circle now. So I'll copy the same thing. What the examiner did for square, I'll copy the same thing, Control C, and I'll come and paste it over here. If the choice is equal to circle, what should the background color be? Background color should be blue. For circle, we make it blue. It should be blue. And guys, it should be bigger in size. For square, have they defined the width and height? For the square, have they defined the width and height? They have, right? Can you all see here? Style.width, style.height. They have, right? You copy the same thing. You copy the same thing over here. Control C and come here. Where is circle? Control V. It has to be bigger, no? So the width, I'll make it 750. And the height, I'll make it 600. Now guys, if you want something to become rounded, what element do we work with? Border radius. No? If you want something to become rounded, you have to use border radius. Right now they have used something called initial. I don't know what initial is. I'm going to make it. In class we have done this. How much? 50%. Sorry. You put 100%. 50 is enough. 50 is also enough, I think. We'll see. Some are saying put 100%. I think 50% should also give you a circle. Shall we see if it works? Let's change it to circle, guys. When I take circle, no? No, it looks like a circle. What's funny? If I make it 100%, how does it look? Same thing, no? Yeah, same thing. So it doesn't matter. Then can you all do rectangle? If you all can, you all understood how it works, right? In JavaScript, the examiner will always drop hints. He will put comments explaining the code. So life becomes easy for you. Then shall we do rectangle, guys? If choice is equal, I'll copy this entire thing. As same. I'll make this for 750 then. Then if choice is equal to rectangle, the color has to be yellow. Rectangle, we don't know how it works. The width will be 500, but the height will be 250. We don't need border radius. Remove it. So everyone, let's see if my code works. When I take rectangle, it works perfectly well. So no? Right guys, try this out video. Any questions? Anyone's laptop? Kavish, how's it going? Anyone's laptop I need to come to? Is it working for you? Works. We'll move shortly. Right, boys, girls, next question, please. Everybody, next question, please. Let's have a look. Figure, okay, this is our last question then. Oh, we have time. Everybody, figure 5 shows some code containing an on-focus event. On-focus. On-focus means what? When the cursor, everybody, we know on-click. What is on-focus? When the cursor goes over it. When the cursor goes over it, yeah. So there is a function. The function is called change, and it has a parameter called page with a capital A. Page.style.background is equal to yellow. Now guys, enter your age. Everyone, can you look at enter your age? There is some text that says input type. There is an input box here. The input box is a number field. The name of the field is age. Then boys, girls, what happens over here? When the user, guys, can you explain line number 12 to me? What happens in line number 12? We are not done. Okay, Adil, we are not done. In line number 12, what happens over here? Sorry? He's already packing the bag. Come on guys, answer this for me below. What happens on line number 12 when I run this code? On line number 12, we have a label that says enter your age. And next to that, we have a input box. On focus means what? When the user hovers on it, okay? When the user hovers on it, which function is going to be called? Change, this function is going to be called. So guys, now when change function is called, instead of page, what is the value that's going to be passed? This is going to be passed over there, isn't it? This will be passed over here, correct? Then read this function to me. How will this line become? Instead of page, what will it say? This, isn't it? Instead of page, because page is now being replaced with this. So here it will say what? This dot style dot background is equal to yellow, isn't it? So what does this line do to your web page? Changes the background of the page to yellow. Everyone okay with this? So can we write this down? Describe the effects that the code on line 6 to 8 has. What shall we say? When the user, one second guys, let me confirm, is it hover or, give me a second please, on focus event. Guys, boys, girls, look here. I made a mistake. It's not hover. It's not hover. It's when you click on an input field. Can you all see? I made a mistake, okay? It's not hover. It's when you click on an input field. That's what you call on focus. There's something called on click and on focus. Okay? For an input field, we say on focus. That means now that field has what has become the focus for the user. Okay? So not hover when you click on it. On click is normally used for buttons. You can use on click also here, but for input boxes we use on focus. Okay, so can we write that down as the answer? When the user, let's write it down over here. When the user clicks on the input field that asks for age, the change function will be executed by passing an argument of value this. Everyone know what an argument is, right? When you pass a value inside a function, we call it an argument. Will be executed by passing an argument of value this. Once the function is executed, once the function is executed, the background color of the page will turn to yellow. No, page. One minute. That's what I think what you're saying is right. Input type, number, age, unfocus, change this. This dot style dot background. Correct. The input box will change to yellow, isn't it? Not the page. My bad. The input box. So once a function is executed, the background color of the input box area, input box area will turn to yellow. Okay, boys, girls, everyone, with that, we are stopping at this point. Okay, until we meet again then. Okay, take care, stay safe. See you all next week, everyone.